Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we will talk about user management dashboard module. It is very simple module throughout our application. Just try to understand in a simpler way. Here I am not showing big statistics. I am showing a very less statistics. That means showing all the nodes and showing all the users who were registered in this particular application. And let me go here. Now what I'll do is I'll go into our dashboard.html. First, we will create some UI. So let me go into dashboard.component.html and here let me create a div, and inside this div let me use a container which is given by Bootstrap, and inside this I want to write some code. And also we wrote some profile. So if you see the profile.html, you can see some set of margins, that is margin top of 5, and let me give margin top of 5. Let me save this, and this is my container. Now let me write some h1 tag where I want to show this as dashboard. So this is my dashboard. Let me save this. Now you can see the dashboard, and now what I want to do is, based on this inside this dashboard I will be creating two particular cards, and that two cards will show you how many number of nodes has been created throughout this application, and how many number of users were created in this application. And also we'll create one more card where we will be showing only the nodes which are created by this particular user. For that sake, let me create the UI first. Now let me create a div again, and inside this div let me go into the Angular material and go into the cards. So inside this we have very simple card. Let me copy this simple card and go here, or let me go into the examples. Let's pick some nice cards. So here we have some loading. Yep, this is something which is good. So let me take the first card. So this is my first card. Copy and put it over here. So we have mat header, and this title, whatever the title we have, will show something like all users, and then we will be showing something like, here you can see the number of users registered in, and instead of using this image I'll use the content. So let me format this, and this is a group which we have created. Now this is a header and this is a content. So let me go inside the content, and what should be the content is, I want to show some number of counters, that is users. So let me use h3, or just use a paragraph where we will be using a users, and we'll show a count over here. So let me use something like hyphen and a span with some static number. So let me close this and close this. Now this is a static number. Let me go here to the output. So you are seeing this problem. Why? Because we have to inject our material module inside our dashboard module. Let me go into dashboard, and here we can inject a material module as well as predefined modules. Let me save this and go here. Now you can see all the users, and it is taking whole width. Now what I'll do is, I'll just create some set of cards like this. So I want 3 cards. Save this and go here. Now you have this 3 cards which is fulfilling whole width. So this is taking whole width. Now I don't want to do that. What I'll do is, I'll just use class d-flex justify hyphen content hyphen around. Save this, and now you can see all users, all users, and all users. So instead of all users, what I'll do is all nodes and specific nodes, or current nodes, current user nodes. Okay, and we can say that here you can see the number of nodes registered, and here you can see number of nodes registered by current user. That would be better. So let me save this, go here, and you can see here you can see the nodes, and here you can see the current nodes. So based on the width and the usage of that particular width, we are showing the content. And now let me make some visualization over here. Let me inspect this, and now let me go with this one, a paragraph, and this is a users. So instead of this users hyphen, what I'll do is, we will make this like this, and we will make that users into center. So that is one thing which we have to do. So what I'll do is I'll create a div first, and I'll create a paragraph, and I'll make this as this span. Instead of span, I'll make it as a paragraph again. Now I'll make it as 5. So let me wrap this into this div so that they will be like 2 lines. And what I want to do is I want to move this whole content into center. So d hyphen flex justify hyphen content hyphen center. So this will move into the center, and I don't want to have any of the margin. So class margin 0, and save this. Now you will be getting a user with this 5. So this is absolutely fine. Now we have to increase the size of it, and also let me use this as not like a flex, because I don't want to show this users and 5 side by side. Instead what I'll do is I'll make this as text center. Save this, and now you can see they are in the center. And now what I'll do is I'll just use this users paragraph and try to increase the font. So font size 1 rem is the default one, so let me make it as 2 rem. I think 3 would be better, so this will be 3 rem. And let me use this font size. One is font size, and let me make the color as red or gray, and then let me make this card color, that is matte card. So let me make this matte card as background color light gray, and I want to make this as more or less color. So this is my dashboard color, and this users I'll make it as blue, and let me make with a opacity. Yeah, this is my users. So let me copy these users, and the count is also very important for us. So let me make that count font size of 5 or 3 rem. So this is my font size, and let me go with a color with red. So this is my users, and let me copy this. Let me make it less with an opacity with red color. Yeah. So this is one thing, and also let me make this matte card in with another color. So let me make it as blue, and I want to make it as light blue. Let me go with this. So I'm matching this blue color with this. Now let me copy this background color. This is for matte card 1. So what I'll do is I'll create some set of CSS dot card hyphen 1, and background color is this one. And also let me copy this card 1 and put it over here for matte card. So that is nothing but, instead of example card, I can use card 1. And let me go here to the paragraph. This is my paragraph. Copy this, and where it is attached to my paragraph. So let me add one more class for this. What is a class? It is inside my card1 dot label, and this is my font size dot count, where it is my font size, but the color is different for this. So let me copy this color and put it over here. Save this. Now I can use this label on this one, and count on this class as count. Save this. Now this is absolutely fine, but there is small thing which we need to do. I want to add a horizontal line, that is S operator. For using that horizontal line, I can just add HR tag. Save this and go to the output. Now you can see this horizontal line, and now let me add a padding for this horizontal line. Let me use a div, cut this, put it over here, and just add a class with padding of 1. Save this, go here, and now you can see a small spacing over here, and that's it. Let me format. Now let me copy this same div and put it over here, and then let me add a class for this, that is nothing but card hyphen 2. So let me create that card 1, duplicate it, and this is 2, and card 3, and go here card 2, and this is my class with label, and also let me add a margin. So for that sake, let me copy this, put it over here, and put it over here. Save this, format. Now we have to change all the colors for our cards, and this is card 3. Let me copy card 3, put it over here, save. Now we have users, and the users, we don't have HR tag over here. Let me copy this HR tag, put it over here, save. And also let me go here this is not centered aligned because this is having a div. Let me copy whole div and put it over here and also here so that it will be in center. Save. Now everything is in center. Let's change the labels. So instead of using this all nodes, and let me make it as my nodes. Save and go here. You can see my nodes, all nodes and users. And now this is the count which we have 5, which we have 5 and which we have 5. Now the case is, if you want to change the background, it's up to us. We can change the background also. Let me go here, and this is my card with a background of blue. Let me go with violet, and let me make this shade a bit low. Okay, and this is my violet for the second card. And then let me go with the third card. For third card, let me make this card. So for this, let me make the background as yellow, and let me make it very low yellow, something like this. And let me copy this, put it over here, and let me add the CSS for this. So here I can add this. Save this, go here and just reload. So everything is working as expected now. So you can see my nodes, and the counts are not dynamic here. So I want to make that dynamic counts. So what I'll do is I'll just go into my TS, and here what I'll do, I'll just create one object. So that is nothing but counts is equal to, first is all users, which is of 0, and then all nodes, which is of 0 again, and my nodes, which is of 0. So now this is my output, and even we can make this as an array also if you want. So now let me create on init. So for using an on init, we will be implementing the interface, that is on init interface. Here we can use ng on init, that is ng on init of, let me go with void, which will not return anything. Save this. And now we want to get all the different types of users and all the nodes and our current nodes. So for that sake, what I'll do is I'll use something called as ForkJoin, and this ForkJoin will receive some set of array of observables. Let me create that array. Const all queries is equal to, first query is, I want to get my constructor first because I want to use some set of services. Here what I can do is I can create private user service, and here I can use user service, and also we need node service, comma private nodes service colon nodes service. So we have both of them. Now what I will do is I'll use this user service dot get all users. So this is one thing, and I'll be passing this dot user service dot, instead of user service I can use this dot node service dot get all nodes. So I'll be getting my nodes, that is all the users, and I'll be getting the all nodes. So this one I can pass for all queries. So I can subscribe to this. Already we discussed about the fork join and combine latest test in my previous video. Here we are using the fork join, and we will be getting a result, and the result will be array of two things, that is get all users and get all nodes. Let's print that console.log of response, and I'll be adding one error block over here. If something happens, we can use this error block, and in this error block I can use our snack bar and tell that okay, there is some problem. So what we can do is I can use snack bar, already we have used in our notes list or details, anywhere we have written already in most of the places. So let me go and get our show snack bar. Let me copy this snack bar, put it over here, and in the future videos we will make this as common. So now let me copy this snack bar and inject that in the service layer. So that is nothing but copy and go here, just mark it like this, save and import. So now we have this dot show snack bar of something went wrong, please try again. So now we will be getting this response. Let's see what is the response over here. Inspect this, go to the console. Now you got array of two, that is this one and this one. This will be the sequence however you have called the data. Here I have called get all users, so get all users is the first index of that array. Get all nodes, this is the second index of that array. So now what I can do is I can just use this particular response and assign respectively. So this dot counts, so this is my counts, and is equal to, I want to assign all nodes. All nodes is response of 0 dot length comma, and sorry, it is all users, and all nodes will be the response of 0 dot length. This is absolutely fine, and then we have to go with my nodes, which is 0 for now. Let's make that happen. Now let me get the user id. Const user id is equal to, I can get it from local storage dot get item of local storage keys dot id if it exists, otherwise empty. Now if user id does not exist, so let me go and create if of user id does not exist, that means not condition, then this dot show snack bar of, I want to show user does not exist, please log in, and after 2 seconds, that is set timeout of 2 seconds, 2000 milliseconds equal to 2 seconds, then he has to navigate. For navigation we need a router, so let me give comma private router and the router service here. Now we can get this dot router dot navigate, this dot router dot navigate, and the navigation is towards login. If the user exists, then what we have to do, that means else case. So we have to cut this and put it over here, and before assigning all the values, what I can do is I can filter it out. Const filtered nodes is equal to, I am having response of 1, that means all the nodes dot filter, this is an array again, so this will be giving obj which is of type I node, and this obj contains created by, and that created by should be equal to user id. And let me see this, what is the problem? Filter returns the element of an array that meets the condition, so result of 1 will be the array, so it is not treating this object, so let me make it as array of I note and make it like this. Yeah, so now what I am doing, this response it is not treating as an array, so we can make this as array as well. So you will be getting array, you will be getting response in an array format, so that array format will be of type inode and iuser. So now here we can make it as 1, and here this should be filtered nodes dot length. Let me save this, go here, and you can see my nodes all nodes 5 because we are not showing this in the UI. Let me copy this counts, go here, and this will be equivalent to our counts dot my nodes. Let me copy this my nodes and put it over here. Let me copy the same thing, and instead of 5 put here, and change this again here also, and change this to my all users, that is all users, and copy all nodes, put it over here, save this and go here. Now you can see all nodes is 2, users are 2, my nodes are 2. That means one user does not have any nodes. Let's cross validate with our DB. Let me reload this. So if you see here, we have 2 users and all the users are 2. We have all nodes, we have all nodes, that is also 2, and the 2 nodes are created by whom? The 2 nodes are created by one fellow, that is created by 1, created by 1. So that's why this particular user has 2 nodes and all the nodes are also 2. Let me close this. Let me go into sign out and let me log in with the second user. So who is my second user? Let me get the second user from this data. The second user is sai@123@gmail.com. Put it here, and we have the password as sai at 1090. Let me put it here and log in. Now you can see 2 users, all nodes are 2, my nodes are 0, because if you go into nodes there is no records found for this particular user. Let me add the nodes. So this is test for second user, testing description, and just create it. Now I have created this user. Now let me go into the dashboard. You can see users 2, all nodes 3, that means total users nodes is 3, my nodes is 1. Let me go into the nodes now. You can see one record. So that is how your data will be updated in your dashboard. So this is showing the name Sai 2, Sai last. So here you can see Sai last is the last name, Sai 2 is the first name. It's a combination of first name and last name, and that's how it is showing the data. So this is about our dashboard module. In the upcoming video, I'll talk about reusable logics, and we'll be creating the reusable components. That is nothing but the show snack bar as a service, and also the confirmation pop-up whatever we are using. So we are using the confirmation pop two places, but in the future we may be using it n number of places. That one also we will be concentrating and commonize this particular components for our application. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.